My name is Shlygin. I work with Unity developers mostly in Eastern Europe and EMEA overall. And this talk is about Unity itself, its ecosystem, services, and some few features that arrived in the last version, that is 17.2. And the overview of the presentation, I talk shortly about the company. We'll show some new titles that recently appeared on market made with Unity, some figures, some features, and some things that changed in our company recently. So, as you know, our company was founded roughly 13 years ago with these three gentlemen. David is serving as a, let's say, kind of founder role, and Joachim still writes code. So he started back in 2004, and he's the CTO of company and still programs a lot, making talks and apparently on the events. So we still serve the same principles as we started before. We tried to democratize development, and we showed it in few ways. Like we were one of the first that pushed our engine for developers for free. We're trying to make complicated things easy to use for developers. And we're trying to enable your success by building an ecosystem of different services to help you run your game and operate it on the market. So, games and experiences that arrived lately. So there are like thousands of them on the market right now, and we are presented on each major platform at the moment. And so one of the last ones that arrived is Monument Valley, the second one released like months or some ago. Not everyone knows that Hearthstone is actually built on Unity. It's sometimes it's like a surprise for people. And the Chinese title Honor of Kings that generates like tons of money and has 100 million active users a month is also made with Unity, but is operated within Asian market only. So not everybody knows about this. So the Cuphead, recently announced by Studio MDHR, that had a tremendous success in market and very great appeal from players. And most of RPGs now are made with Unity as well. So we have some console titles at the moment. And Superhot recently moved to consoles, and they used Unity to build on each major platform, including VR, and they probably are going mobile someday. So the VR itself, the AR and mixed reality builds. Like we started with Pokemon Go, and then some different applications and games appear each day for now. And our recent investment is film and entertainment. We work closely with some studios to help them building the production pipeline for making interactive animations, cartoons, and films themselves. Also, there is a film called The Book of Jungle that's not listed on this short list that used Unity to have a pre-visualization with actors integrated to 3D scene that the director could see the final picture to understand how things will look in the final. And among others, we go to some kind of beyond entertainment experiences, like we're working closely with lots of automotive and construction companies, like Mercedes. We have a contract with Audi, so we do visualizations as well, and like different installations on events and conferences for them. The one thing announced recently on Unite, we've partnered with Neil Blomkamp, the director of District 9, Elysium, and Chappie, and he is extending our Eden universe at time, filming 2, let's say, 15 minutes movies about Eden's story. And one is already published. You can see it on YouTube. You can find information on our site as well. He's with his studio, Oat Studios. So what's Unity today? First of all, it's a content creation engine, and we try to serve each role in your team with appropriate tools, like from programmers to artists. We try to introduce different collaboration tools. We have quite a rich extensibility for the editor and support for big teams at the moment. So each role has their own workflow and support for their daily tasks, from designers, artists to programmers. And you can iterate very fast and use all the industry formats to use in your game. So the second point is Unity became a really powerful engine last years. So starting from Unity 5, we invested a lot in graphics, stability, and platform support. For now, we support most of low-level software graphics that are available on the market at the moment. And with our ADEM demos, we show that what actual picture quality can be achieved with real-time rendering with the engine right now. Also, we support more than 25 platforms at the moment, and you can reach your users on any platform on any device. Like the last ones, let's say, last ones are Xiaomi and Daydream, and we are dropping Samsung soon. I will talk about later. The other part of Unity ecosystem is live operations. It's a pack of services that help you operate your game, and it have a built-in performance reporting and bug tracking and crash report for your products which are on the market. Also, we are #1 game engine on mobile at the moment, and the figures are growing. So we have more than 60 billion installs in 2016, and we think this number will be much bigger this year. And we cover like almost 3 to 3.5 billion devices this year. And last point, we also have monetization that is served via ads and Unity Analytics platform, which include in-app analytics and revenue tools for your marketplaces. So we had a Unity ads talk yesterday, but in short, almost 100,000 games use Unity ads in them, and we reach more than 1 billion devices at the moment, and we show like 5 billion impressions and video ads each year. So the good thing about Unity is that it's integrated and it has no SDK. You just push a button in your editor. Okay, I should hurry up, and we'll skip processing these things. The in-app platform actually makes you easy to put different in-app items in your game and distribute it across all of the app stores on the market we support at the moment. It's Google Play, that's App Store from Apple, Windows Marketplace, and others, and Facebook. These are the ones that we support at the moment, so we can choose which ones you want to publish, and you can choose different prices for each of them. So what we have opportunities for our creators. So the gaming industry is more than 100 billion at the moment. Roughly, console, PC, and mobile takes a third of each, and it's bigger than filming industry and music industry combined at the moment. So what things changed on our company? We steadily growing our engineering and enterprise support. We grew our sustained engineering team to about 60 people. So there are among 60 engineers repairing bugs for each release at the moment. And we provide 12 months support for each major release at the moment, starting from version 5.3. And so we have these cycles with weekly patches for all our major releases at the moment. So in Unity 2017, we have the focus on these exact topics. We heavily invest in graphics and quality. We support platform growth, and each platform that releases in market, we try to support it from the first day. Even from we start as supporting as beta or SDKs, and integrate natively to the platform after. So the 17th edition is heavily focused on designers, and we introduced recently the timeline feature that can be used as a sequencer for each kind of object in the game, starting from animation, camera, management, and audio. And you can also have your custom programmed playable tracks that can be used through a playable API. And you can just, let's say, write some code and drop it on the timeline so it can execute at a certain point. And recently we added the visualizations of things that can be visualized, actually, like audios and animations. I think you've heard about Cinemachine. It's a kind of thing that can help you make the tracking of your objects inside the game without actual programming. You put a point and you set up your cameras and ask them just to follow the object. This shows the dolly cart option. Then you can put a dolly, a virtual dolly, and camera just rides around the dolly like a roller coaster. And the picture itself can be optimized and changed via post-processing stack that is being updated to version 2. It's an industry-grade quality tool, and you can change roughly, let's say, all details. You can use lots of effects at the moment and make the picture look the way you want to look at. The new feature in 2017.2 is 2D tile map, so it's very easy to draw your levels. And you have kind of special brushes that you can use from a palette of sprites, and then they can be tied together, and you can define corners and how the thing should look when it have curves. Also, we introduced interactive tutorials in the Unity launcher. We have at the moment only 4. They look like this, so we can start learning Unity just following the tasks that interactive tutorial gives you. And one of the most exciting features is we announced our partnership with Autodesk. And that means that we now have the access to FBX code base, and we actually changed the FBX format to support more and more features. And we actually made this live integration with Autodesk Maya, when you can just save the object in Maya and it will update immediately in Unity. So you can, let's say, you can put a box, like a box, an empty box in the Unity editor, then import the box to Maya, shape it, and it will update in Unity afterwards with all the sprites, meshes, curves, and all the stuff. So there are some small improvements and updates. The bad one is that we removed Tizen and Smart TV after this release because, well, we don't see the market. And we have native render plugin support for Nintendo Switch that makes this run much faster. We have global illumination debugging in Profiler at the moment, so it will help you to do the debugging very fast. And we introduced the experimental recorder, and you can record the frames and your rendering via image sequences or video files. And also you can drop the recorder object on the timeline and start recording at a certain point of time. So about the XR, mostly we support all the devices available at the moment. We have integrated support for all AR libraries. Most of them were like SDKs and plugins before. We support natively all VR devices at the moment as well. And it works quite good. Mostly, we have some issues with some specific devices at the moment, but we work on this as well. And we say that by choosing Unity for this, you avoid device fragmentation, except extreme cases like very rare Android devices. So we can build a game and deploy it like on each device mostly. And we remove we try to remove most of the pain of development. And so most of these products are made with Unity, including Google Blocks and Tiltbrush. Oculus Home is also made with Unity. And we invest heavily into making this XR support a foundation when you have like a big library that implements all the technologies to be used seamlessly the same way, so that you can, having the Unity expertise, you will have the expertise for XR devices as well. And so far, all 70% of all XR apps are made with Unity. Job Simulator, is best where game is also made with our technologies. And we're happy that most of GoLens content uses our stack to build things on. So the last point is the ecosystem itself. So we have lots of strategic partners that help us building the technology, and we work closely with them to enable more seamless integration with their markets, processors, and technologies overall. We changed the naming of Cloud and Collaborate Unity teams, and it works like one product at the moment. So it's intended to be used by small and medium teams to collaborate on the code and to have cloud-based building system. We introduced Unity Analytics remote settings, when you can define the settings from your game instead of having your own server with XMLs or JSON files. You can just use our analytics feature for this, and you can actually have groups of users that receive different settings upon your choice. So this is a short demo of how this works. So the settings are implemented, and you just so it's analytics, silent events. Okay. Asset Store. Well, the fun thing about Asset Store that there are lots of games that are completely built with Asset Store assets, and they are somewhat successful. But anyway, you can use Asset Store to prototype your game very fast, and then shift to custom assets if you see that your idea succeeds. We have Unity certification that was introduced recently to validate Unity knowledge that helps you sometimes getting a job. And we expect to have new exams arrive early in 2018, but it will be really hard compared to the one we have now. And not everybody knows about Unity Connect. It's a kind of mix of LinkedIn and Behance for Unity developers, when you can search for help and actually be hired by any team. Or you can actually find a teammate. If you're a programmer, you want to find an artist, you can find a teammate on Unity Connect as well. So the roadmap available online. So we have current release 2017-2, and we expect to have 2017-3 ship until the end of the year. And we have a 10% discount for new registrations. You can use this QR code to download your discount code for the Unity license. Thank you.
Thank you for your presentation. I would like to ask what the main big features are going in Unity to 2017.3.
The answer that is, I can say that any big features is coming in 2017.3. Actually, mostly the bug fixing, and we have a big change log available online that says that it repairs tons of stuff. But the actual new features like scriptable render loop and things like this will arrive in 2018.1.
And what about fast job system?
C# job system.
Yeah,
it's available in preview on GitHub of Unity Technologies at the moment, but you should expect it in 2018.1 as well, as a part of an engine.
Okay, thanks.
So Microsoft announced that they are not making new Windows phones anymore. So are you dropping Windows Phone support? Do you have plans to drop it?
No, we don't have plans to drop it, but we will eventually drop it when the market shrinks to zero, I think. As happened with Tizen and smart TVs, because it's been replaced by Android.
So one of the features introduced in 2017.2, I guess, it's Package Manager. And as far as I understood, it's only supporting update of separate Unity components without need to update the editor itself. Are there plans into extending it to support like third-party plugins?
I can say for sure, but probably. And actually, it was introduced, yeah, but it actually, the only component that has been updated through a component system for now is it's Unity S, I think, the only one. And we are moving to component system like in next year heavily to update it separately. But I can say the exact plans about moving third party to, like we have asset store for this, and probably asset store will change in favor of package system in some time. We're investigating, like researching this task at the moment.
Thank you.
Thank you.